Hello and welcome to Who It Could Have Been, where every single week we take a look at different actors or actresses that were up for famous roles, but for one reason or another, they didn't get it. Would they have been worse, better, or, well, just plain weird? Like Kyle Nash as Doc Brown.
Oh, you beat me to it on my own shtick. I was going to say, kind of like the time where Demos was cast as the Collector in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't think I could do that weird hand welcome thing that he does. We're continuing our look at MCU characters leading up to the release of Endgame. And today we're taking a look at one of my favorite characters in the series, a late addition, Doctor Strange. Now, before we jump into Doctor Strange, what did you think of Benedict Cumberbatch in the role?
Awesome. Absolutely perfect. When I first saw the preview, it was well before we were doing this show, I believe. And it was to be that I saw it was going to be him. I was 100% on board from the top. So I'm very interested. Let's just say whoever this other person is has a long cape to fill.
That is true. I kind of felt the same way. Benedict Cumberbatch I thought was perfect. I mean, there are moments in this film, more so than some of the other films that don't involve a mask at the very least, where he's flying to meet Dormammu. It looks like the character just leaped right off the comic book page. I mean, I know that's kind of a cliched thing to say, but the look was just absolutely perfect. I had some trepidation. I think I mentioned this in an earlier episode. I had some trepidation about his American accent. I'm like, he has such an awesome voice. I didn't see the problem with him using his own voice or being a Brit. God knows we have enough English actors playing American actors, characters.
And physicians at that, right, Laurie?
I got used to it really quickly. I think it's still like when I still sit down to watch, especially the first one, I'm still kind of taken aback by it, but I got used to it real fast. It's not a bad accent. However, this other actor, strangely enough, tends to look more like Doctor Strange when he isn't acting.
Okay.
And he's an American to boot. And in his own way, I think strange would be too light a word to describe his eccentricities.
Dennis Rodman?
Inspired.
I love how you go with inspired instead of shut up, Kim.
Johnny Depp.
That's not a bad look, and I can see where they were going. He looks the part, but I think whimsy, it's a little too much whimsy. And keep in mind, he's going to have that same problem that, let's say, the actor who plays Herman Munster, he's typecast now to be whimsical. I wouldn't call Strange whimsical. He's just he's a tight-wadded, serious individual who's stuck with the world going absolutely crazy around him. That being said, I doubt he'd do bad.
No, I don't think he would have been a bad choice. And I can see it at the time when it was released. I can see it being a successful turn as a character. My question is, when it comes to Johnny Depp, there are a couple. I really do like him as an actor, especially his earlier work. As of late, it feels like when he creates a new character and it's a successful character, that characterization tends to bleed into some of his other roles. When he did Jack Sparrow, certain elements from that characterization bled into something like Sweeney Todd, right. Or when he did the Mad Hatter, certain aspects of that character bled into the latest Pirates of the Caribbean film, where I felt like I was watching the Mad Hatter dressed up like a pirate instead of the Jack Sparrow that we kind of fell in love with in the first couple of films.
I'm glad you mentioned him, because the first thing I thought of was Dormammu. I'm here to bargain.
I think that the biggest issue with Johnny Depp would be keeping the rein on him.
Yes. Because again, Strange is not nutty. There is nobody really nutty in this movie. I could argue that Depp might have been a better fit as the villain in the movie. I could see why they thought of it, and I have just explained why I'm glad they steered clear of it. I'll put it that way.
Anything that he's done recently, he has to have the over-the-top get-up. He has to have a wacky voice or a shtick. And Doctor Strange, I can instantly see him just reading the screenplay and going, strange, perhaps. And really working into that one word will just stick in his head.
That's a great point, but also I think it's an opportunity. Like, if he was really clever of it and he wanted to be like, everything I'm doing right now is quite nuts all the way around. Perhaps I should do something to put myself back down on earth, both feet firmly planted. And my opportunity to do that is a movie where the guy is named Strange.
Hey, that's exactly what I was about to say. But you need that because the world of Doctor Strange is fantastic as it is. You need to have the character grounded in order to be able to sell it. If he's wacky from the get-go, then it's not going to sell as well.
The character that bled into Strange, in my opinion, was Sherlock. But the thing about it is that fit. That's what you're supposed to get with the Stephen Strange. He's Sherlock with sorcerer powers and a lack of LSD and fiddle playing.
You are right. There is that Sherlock connection, but there are enough differentiations between the two characters. I mean, there's a lot in common, but there are enough differences. I'm not saying they're thinking I'm watching Sherlock with superpowers.
But that being said, pop quiz, Demos, who would you rather go into battle with, Wong or Watson?
Oh, Wong, all the way.
I mean, listen, Watson's a former soldier and he's smart, but Wong, I mean, like, listen, he's there till the end. He's one of the good guys. Now this is actually starting to sound like a Chucky remake, but
yeah, but I've seen Sherlock, and in a good third of those episodes, Watson is too busy having psychotherapy, while Wong will be fun and then listens to Beyonce. So I mean.
Why do you think so? Well, obviously he's a better soldier. He listens to Beyonce, duh.
Exactly. I say he would have been good. I think that Benedict Cumberbatch is better.
Johnny Depp would have been perfect if he just listened to Beyonce.